Combined, humans watch millions of hours of film a day. It's fun to make our own, but you might not know how to or where to start. Films are a way of telling a story or expressing a message or idea. If you're interested in making your own, here are a few tips and steps to consider. To begin, you're going to have to do some planning. Think about style. Keep in mind that your own personal style will start to develop after you've created a few films yourself. Start off by brainstorming and writing down some of your ideas. Once you have a clear image and your ideas written down, it's time to create a plan. A great way to organize your ideas is to draw up a frame-by-frame plan. Take a sheet of paper and write the title at the top. Next, draw boxes in rows covering the whole page. You can then start to draw out your film in each frame. Each frame can represent a scene, something to remember, a plan for a shot, basically anything to help yourself organize the ideas. This will allow you to see what your film will generally look like. Now that you have all your ideas organized, it's time to gather your equipment. It's most likely that your project is going to need a camera. Cameras come in a variety of shapes and sizes and will perform differently depending on the type. If you don't know how to use one, ask somebody who has experience with one, or look online. If you're on a budget, you could even use your iPad. Cameras like this one, which is a Canon EOS 1100, will create a shot that looks something like this, whereas an iPad camera creates a shot that looks a little like this. Both are actually quite similar. Lenses. There are so many lenses to choose from. Depending on the effect you desire, you might want to consider using different lenses. You are also going to need to pay attention to your SD card. SD cards hold all your footage. The cards come in a variety of different sizes. Some are small, like this one, which is only 2 GB, or larger ones like this, which are 16 GB. There are many different types of sizes, however, it's better to have a big one so that you don't run out of space. It's most likely that you will need to use a tripod. A tripod is a device that you attach your camera to so that you can create a steady shot. Unless you would like a slightly shaky shot, a tripod is a useful tool to have. This one is especially designed for an iPad or tablet. Just like most other tripods, it has an adjustable height. This will allow you to be flexible with your shots, some at a low angle and some at higher. If you don't want to invest, it's simple to make your own. Rest it on a table, stack up some books and rest it on them. As long as your shots are steady, you can pretty much get away with anything. Lastly, I also suggest that you get a microphone, although it depends on what kind of film you're going to be making. Professional ones can usually be very expensive. However, it's possible to buy a mic that's good quality but also very small. For example, this one. This is a lavalier or tie clip mic. It reads the voice and does a pretty good job of cancelling out any other type of audio. Now that you have your plan and equipment, you're ready to start filming. The location that you're filming in will very much depend on your storyline and film concept. To make a film, you don't necessarily need a fancy set to make it look professional. Be creative. There are so many places that you can film, so this shouldn't be a problem. Make sure to keep in mind that your location will affect your story, so make sure that it is relevant. Depending on your concept, you might want to accentuate certain things. One of the ways that this can be achieved is by using angles. For example, in the movie Batman, you might have noticed that some of the shots are usually looking up at him. This has the effect of making him look more powerful. Or in Matilda, you will see that some of the angles are usually looking down on her when she's talking to somebody who's more superior than she is. This gives the effect of insignificance. You can see that the use of angles to accentuate certain aspects is very important. Make sure that you keep this in mind when filming, as angles will add detail to your story. Lighting is also an important feature. Not only can it set a scene like night or day, but it can also emphasize certain aspects as well. If you don't want to spend your money on professional lighting, use other sources of light such as a lamp. Different colors of lighting can look like certain times of day, so keep this in mind. It's also possible to use natural lighting, as this is also quite simple to manipulate. If you'd like to make your shot lighter, find a sunnier area. If you'd like to make your shot darker, find a shadier area. Another way to make your shot look darker is to focus your camera onto the sun, and gradually the rest of your surroundings should turn dark. Now that you have gathered all your shots using your knowledge of angles, lighting, and location, it's time to start editing. There are so many editing softwares, some are free and some cost hundreds of dollars. Some are better quality than others and may specialize in different aspects such as effects, so keep that in mind when choosing out your software. Remember that you don't need to use an expensive software for it to look good. Take iMovie for instance. It's very easy to use and navigate around, and it also includes a lot of different tools to help you edit. You can use the color feature to alter shots to be darker, lighter, or even brighter if you'd like. It allows you to crop your shots if you'd like to zoom into something. or play around with the audio settings, which allow you to add sound effects. These are just a few of the main features that iMovie holds. Editing is the part where you get to be creative and arrange your film until you have made it the way you like. From there, you're pretty much finished. These are just a few of the main tips and steps in making a quality movie. But remember that it's your own movie, so experiment and be creative. If you would like to see a sample video that I have made following these steps as a guideline, it will be uploaded additionally to this one, as well as I will provide a link in the information box. So go check it out if you'd like some inspiration.